Good morning, everybody. How was your weekend? Because mine was awesome. I filmed some of it for you. So, Saturday. All right, a little bit of a story time here, right? Well, hold on. Intro video. Okay, now story time. So my brother-in-law, Scott, as you guys know, or if you've watched long enough, you know I have a brother-in-law who's a Chinook pilot in the Michigan National Guard. He was deployed for a year, just got back here in May, I believe it was. And his wife, my sister, is she's got a new job, and she has got a training that she is doing in South Carolina. She is gone for 7 weeks, and she's in the middle of it. So Scott came down to the farm this weekend, brought their 2-year-old Parker down to see everybody and just hang out. And yeah, it was awesome. Well, on his way down here on Saturday, Scott texted me, or he called me and said, hey, you want to go flying? I'm like, yeah, I want to go flying. So in addition to flying, Chinooks and fancy helicopters, he is also a pilot for fixed-wing aircraft, small aircraft and everything. And so he took me and my wife and Rylan up to check some stuff out in a little Cessna. I think it was a 172 is the model number. I don't know. I'm not an airplane fanatic like I am tractors, so I don't know all the numbers. But yeah, we got to go flying, and it was sweet. So here's some video of that. Check it out. I don't know how good I did filming it yet. I haven't edited it, but yeah, it was sweet. All right, guys. So today happens to be my birthday. I wasn't going to tell you guys that, but something really cool is happening that I wanted to film. So, Rylan, can you tell them what we're going to do?
Ride on an airplane.
Ride in an airplane? My wife is here. Check this out. It's my brother-in-law, Scott, offered to take us up in a plane and go fly around the farm here today. So we're up in Ann Arbor, it is what it is. But yeah, this is going to be cool. So I'm going to film some of it for you guys.
I cannot hear.
What do you think, bud?
It's very good.
Is this cool or what?
Cheese, he says.
All right, Rylan, I'm going to start it up, okay, bud? Clear prop!
Just south of Ann Arbor now, flying down toward Waldron. A couple of things you can see there. This field right below us, you can see the circles from their pivot, which is cool. And you got some yellow streaks in that one, and I don't know what caused that, but it was something they sprayed because it was pretty clearly defined. All right, so right here in front of us, we have a dairy farm. This is the Hudson Dairy. It's part of Milk Source. They're based out of Wisconsin. And yeah, that's a big one. I don't remember how many cows exactly, 2,500 head maybe. You can see the layout of their barns, nice and clean. The place looks really good. Got their feed bunks in the back there, their water treatment facility to the backside of it there. So this dark green field right there is one of our fields there. This is town of Waldron right there. That little elevator right there is where we sold our beans a couple weeks ago, those double crop or extra beans that I had. Oh, look, we can see all the neighbors' farming operation right there, too. Huh. Anyway, we're approaching the farm. It's straight in front of us, about 3 miles here. Now there's all our giant ragweeds that we've been trying to kill. Looks like there's some in the middle of the field I should go and get. Got a few yellow beans there that we need to spray some manganese on. Right over there, we have a beautiful field. Oh man, that corn looks fantastic. Like that is gorgeous. See the water lagoons there, that big pond in the back that Dad. That's where right. I'm trying to get my finger right there is where Dad got stuck last year. So yeah. All right, and our farm is up on that side. He's gonna circle around so you can see how they're up here. Also our cornfield right below us. Not one of our better ones, but ours. Oh, look. Right over there is that field that we're going to tile. and put some, do some work on that fence row. You can see the neighbor across the road is actually putting tile in right now, so I guess I'll take some tile maps for him, pictures, right? And there's our farm. So we're gonna fly around it and take some pictures. You can see where, yeah, we had a little nitrogen issues on the end rows in that field, it looks like, but pretty cool. Really darn cool there. And you can certainly see that one strip in the plot, but look at the variation in the color and the different stuff in the plot there. And there's our house. My sleeper house there. Pretty darn cool. Very, very cool. Oh, there's our double crop beans across the road. Good, you can actually see them. Fields right below us. Stuff that was sprayed the last couple of days. Filling Phil's house right below us there. More of our fields up here. Cornfield there. That wheat field there that's got windrows still in it. That was one of our wheat fields. It was really good wheat up there. And then this is bean field that we sprayed just yesterday. We finished spraying a load up there, and we had some white mold in that field as well. I was curious if we could see it from the air. All right, well, this is really cool. So we flew around the stuff in Waldron, and we are actually headed east. We're gonna go check out the farms in Berkey, fly around there just a little bit, and then head back up to the airport from there. So. All right, there is our Berkey farm right there, and the cornfield around it, the cornfield across the road. You can see the color variation. That's a varietal difference there. You can also see our plot out there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Gonna make a circle around here, go a loop around. We've got a bean field over there that is ours, next to the housing development. We'll fly over that real quick, and then we'll head north from here. There it is. The cornfields down here actually look better from the airplane than they do in the grain leg. Better we can see all our pinch row compaction stuff. You can't see it quite as good from an airplane. But yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. All right, well, we are wrapping up our flight here. And airport is right up there behind us. We're gonna make a turn and maybe you can see it. Head in there to land. We have a tired and a not feeling great backseat passengers. Yep, we're gonna land, bud. We're getting closer, so yeah. We made it, Rylan. Was it fun? Yeah. Check out this cool one here. So apparently the next airport to the east, Willow Run, which is like Ypsilanti area, is having an air show, and we think he's probably in here for that. That's cool. That's an old, very cool plane. Was that not awesome? Big thanks to Scott for volunteering to take us up for that, and man, that was so cool. We even got to fly for a few minutes there. So yeah, like drove the airplane flying. So yes, Saturday was my birthday. It was awesome. He said he was going to do that anyway. It just happened to be on my birthday, which, man, it was cool. So we did that on Saturday. We got to hang out with the family a bunch. Yesterday on Sunday, we took the boat to the lake, took Scott and Parker. We took my sister Anna was home, my boys, my mom, everybody. It was great. We had an awesome time. I had a fantastic weekend, so that was really cool. Anyway, to work today, I've got a few different things going on. I'm going to go over and talk to Dad right now. Brock is going to be here in a little bit, and he's going to do some mowing for us, I think. And I've got some seed business stuff that I need to attend to, so I'm going to go see a customer or two here this morning, and then we're going to do a little bean scouting this afternoon. I'm going to be down Berkey way, so we're going to check out the beans down there and see if we've got more aphids, where they're at, how much they need to be sprayed, how quickly, all of that good stuff, and maybe we'll do some spraying this afternoon. I don't know, but I'll see you guys. Well, yeah, so we're going to go talk to Dad. Wow, got back here just in time. Looks like Dad's cutting some trees down. There you go. Timber. One more. Okay, Dad's cleaning up some trees while he's waiting for the tile guys to come in. We're hoping, or they should be in later today, I would assume. So I wanted to talk to him about what to have Brock do today. Brock's around. He's going to do some mowing for us. So go back to the farm and get him set up and ready to go, and then we'll find something for me to do. So Brock's checking gearbox oils, and I've given him orders on where to go to mow. Orders. So he's good. There's Scott Parker. Scott's my pilot, brother-in-law. Anyway, I've got some seed customers to go and see, so I'm gonna go and do that. All right, well, I'm off to see some seed customers. We'll be back here probably early afternoon, and we'll do some soybean scouting. Well, we'll do that while we're on this trip as well in Berkey. So see you guys in a little bit. Must be getting dry over here. Pivot's running. It's bringing a road at the moment. I'm gonna drive through some rain here. Do you guys remember a few weeks ago or a week or two ago when I was talking about organic farming, and there's a reason why we don't do it? And I'm gonna show you something, and I'm not trying to pick on the organic guys because it can be done well. It's just, this is what I see more often than not. These beans right across the road, they're organic. Take a look. Those are ragweeds, and there is nothing they can do to control them because they're organic. And that's going to be very difficult to combine and actually get a crop out of them. I mean, that's brutal. As opposed to, you know, what most of our fields look like, or the ones across the road that they're not perfectly clean, but I'll take those beans over that one any day. And the problem is, all of that guy's weed seeds are going to blow across the road to the neighbor next year, so I'm sure they appreciate that. And then here we have some organic corn, which actually the corn looks pretty decent. It's just still full of weeds, and I realize you can't probably see very good with me driving and not going slow, but they're full of ragweeds. I am surprised and really impressed with how green that corn is, because corn needs lots of nitrogen, and with organic you can't put anhydrous or 28 or any commercial fertilizer on. It's all legume crops and manure applications, which, I mean, they did well. It's just, it's still full of weeds, and that corn's going to suffer from it. And I get that the organic crops are worth more than the commercially raised crops, but I mean, on the beans I would say they have half of what we're going to get maybe for a crop. In the corn, I don't know, maybe a little more than half. I don't know. Anyway, we're about to the field. We're going to go scout for aphids of ours, and now it's starting to rain, so that's fun. Well, I drove through some rain, but I came to the field that was the farthest away from there. We're going to walk through this bean field here a little bit, see what we got for aphids, see where the beans are at growth stage wise, how everything looks, and whether we need to come down here and spray them. I hope not. They look pretty darn good to me from right here. We do have some feeding on these leaves, probably more holes in these leaves than I was seeing back up at Waldron. This kind of stuff. That is not Japanese beetle. That's got to be grasshoppers or bean beetles or those little guys, stink bugs. But what about aphids? Do we have aphids? Oh yeah, we've got aphids. Crapamola. There's a bunch of them. I'm going to pull a plant and count, but that's not promising, just on that little bit. It started raining on me while I was out there, so I had to finish counting in the truck. 58 aphids I counted on that plant, but I feel like there was more on that one trifoliate, or two trifoliates on that other plant that I just pulled the top leaves off of. So I don't know. I think what I have decided here, or what I'm still in the process of deciding, is we're not going to come down here yet. One, because it's raining. Two, because the aphid counts aren't super high. And three, because it's still supposed to get super hot this week. So my current plan is to let the rain come through, let it get super hot, and then come back down towards the end of the week and count again. Seems reasonable, right? Since I'm here, I decided to pull into the farm here real quick and show you the update on the progress on the barn that Dad's had. Sorry, it's raining. I gotta put the window up. I showed you this last week. He was working on this. He got his block right there. He got his block in for the wall on the bottom, and then he framed in the openings from the old doors and put new siding on it, which is the lighter areas. There was doors there that he took out, framed in. Had made some tongue and groove boards, some siding with his, all the sawmill logs, and got those covered in. So he's framing some windows. Looks like he's got one more to do, and then we might be ready for steel here relatively soon. So cool. I think he wants to paint the wood first just to help protect it under the steel. Probably not necessary, but he wants to do it, so we'll do it. Looking at the radar and quite frankly the clouds, it doesn't look like there's a ton of rain here right now. Just a small cell that got it, but we could use the rain. I know 2 weeks ago I was complaining about it being super wet, and it was. But anytime we go more than 2 weeks in the heat of the summer when the plants are actively sucking the moisture right out of the ground, it's starting to get dry. So are we hurting yet? No, not at all. But an inch of rain would be quite helpful right now, and there's chances of rain basically every day this week. Maybe only 30, 40 to 60% chance, but usually when that happens we get rain one or two of those times, and hopefully we'll get a half an inch to an inch and keep pushing these crops. That'll about finish the corn off. The beans are going to need some more, but it would be good to get a little rain here. Well, I just got back to Waldron and I thought, I wonder how much rain we ended up with down at Berkey, and I looked, it says 6/10. That's a great rain. So cool. We haven't got anything here, so I'm going to go drive around and I'm going to scout a few aphids. Let's start out here. These are our first double crop beans. They look fantastic. We're getting closer to a canopy. Not there yet, but they are definitely growing and look really good. But let's see if the aphids are in these beans at all. Boy, they sure are. Man, it's going to be really hard to pull the trigger on spraying double crop beans for aphids, but from the looks of that trifoliate, it might be worth it. I'm going to save these for the end, but oh man, that leaf is just loaded. That's not what I want to see. Ooh, you know what I do want to see? Flowers. Look at that. We got a flower already. That's good. What's today? August 9th. So just over a month after planting, and we've got flowers. Heck, those beans I planted on March 17th didn't start flowering until like the 17th of June. Those ones took 3 months after planting. A little different situation though, isn't it? Well, every time I walk into a soybean field, it starts raining. I stopped by my plot here because I wanted to see, this was the first field that I did spray for aphids, and I wanted to see if there are any out here, or if they're coming back, or what it looks like. So I grabbed a plant. I'm going to attempt to get out of the rain, head back to the farm real quick. I guess I won't do any more scouting right now. Well, what I see on this plant is a few aphids, I don't know, less than 20 that I counted. Mostly on the lower leaves. So what it looks like to me is that we got a really good kill on the upper canopy and the stuff that we could get insecticide on. We didn't quite penetrate the bottom bigger leaves. Like this one here had a couple on it. Real little white ones there. That maybe some of them survived, but I think we're good there. Our pods are starting to get some depth to them. You know, the beans are filling out, and looks decent. I'm not as super optimistic on our soybeans as maybe I should be or could be. There's a lot of two bean pods, a lot of them that I think the water stress slowed them up and hurt. Now maybe these top ones here, where now we've dried up a little bit, we don't have that water stress, will be a little bit better. You like, I mean, 4 bean pods are great, but you want them all to be 3 beans, and a lot of these lower ones here are 2 beaners. There's some 3s. It all depends on the growing conditions. The variety has something to do with it. So anyway, they look decent, but my expectations are tempered a little bit on the beans. So it's raining. I can't go out and scout beans. I can't spray beans. Time to do a little shop work. Not that. This. Let's work on my old tractor for a little bit. I've got a piston, one more, that I haven't been able to get out or get to move, but I got it to move. Spacer and a hammer. I already broke it, so there was no saving it. The liner's got to get replaced. As long as I don't crack the block, we're not going to hurt anything. I'm going to get it out. Oh, it's moving. Problem is, I don't know if it's going to come out the bottom. We got to flip it over and look. I might have to try and push it back out the other way, but if I go enough, I should be able to get the wrist pin off and get the rod off so that then I can pound it the other way easier. Oh, yeah. We got it out the bottom there. I think it's going to hit this, and I think it's going to hit here. I don't think I can come out this way. But like I said, if I can get this rod off, get it out far enough to get that wrist pin out, then it's a lot easier to find something to pound it back down through. Okay, I have reassessed the situation, and I took the, I don't know, bearing, bushing, something from the camshaft, yeah, off, and I think I've got enough clearance there. I can knock that out the bottom. Problem is, I'm going to drop my phone. I'm going to drop the piston. If I don't catch it with my hand, that means I can't hold my phone unless I go find my phone mount to show you guys out. Well, it's definitely not going to be used again. A big crack right there, and oh yeah, that part where I punched a hole right through it. Whoops. Oh well. But I got it out, so at least we can clean the block up now. Somehow I think we have to get these liners out so we can replace them, but I have no idea how to do that. So I might wait for Jack to come back. There. I made some progress. Not much progress, but something. So I do want to keep working on that project. If you haven't seen or you're new, that tractor is an old Farmall F12 that was my grandfather's, probably great-grandpa's, and hasn't run in close to 60 years. At least 60 years, I'm guessing. And I dug it out of the barn a year ago, almost a full year ago. Someday it's going to run. Given the current progress and pace, it's going to be a few years, but we're working on it. Oh yeah, I do have a little thing I need to put on the sprayer. This little piece right here, I'll show you where it goes in just a second, but it's sprinkled for 10 minutes and then it quit, so it's not currently raining, but it made the bean fields wet enough I'm not walking through them anymore. This piece right here on the sprayer, there were buttons on there. They're down here on the floor. The little rubber thing kind of ripped, and I had tried to tape it back on, and well, it melted. So I've got a new one of those. Looks like one screw and we can change it. Yeah, that looks delicate, doesn't it? Wow. All right. Put the new one on. Okay, I've got them on there. Those buttons are for hitting here with your fingers. The top one, number 1, engages the automatic boom height, and number 2 engages the auto steer. So let's, yeah, they work. Grandpa's giving backhoe rides. Dad's working on the trees, cutting, clearing. He pulled a couple logs out, so him and Parker are pushing all the stuff back into the woods there. They did find that tile that he was looking for when I was over here yesterday. He was digging right here, and the tile was right there, like just missed it. But it is a 12-inch tile that comes up through here and heads over that way towards one of those flags. So clay, been in there for 60 years, but looks to be in good shape, so we have a decent outlet back here. Did you have fun, Parker? Riding with Grandpa?
Yeah.
Alright, they don't know it, but we're going to go do some scouting since it stopped raining, so go find our soybean fields, looking for aphids. Alright, we're doing a little side of the field scouting because the beans are wet, so I don't want to walk out there. Aphids, got them. Have not sprayed this field yet, so when it dries off, maybe tomorrow, maybe later this week, I don't know when, we'll spray them, but bugs are bad, so we just keep moving here. We're giving gator rides. So we're switching focus a little bit here. We've decided it's time to freeze sweet corn. We already did some. We did some a couple weekends ago. But this patch here is ready, and there is a lot. I picked the first row. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit. Okay, the corn has been picked, husked, washed, and cut. Now we take it in the house. Once the corn comes in the house, you want to explain the process, Mom? What are we doing?
Okay, so
this is the cut
yes.
stuff.
So we cut it off the cob. A lot of people cook it before they cut it off the cob. We do not. We cut it off and then we cook it. So it goes into this and we parboil it. We add some water to it. Some people add salt and sugar. We do not. We just leave it as it is. You can season it when you get it out of the freezer.
Yep.
After we parboil it until the color changes, we don't really use a timetable. We just know that it's right.
We just do it.
And then we put it in flat pans to cool.
Cool it down.
We put a fan on it. We cool it down, and then we bag it and we freeze it.
Yep.
Enterprise right there. Okay, I have to dump this. It's ready. So I'm gonna get another pan out.
About that much. Well, there's the first batch bagged up when we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 bags out of that. How many more batches do we have that size?
One that size and 2 smaller ones.
So at least 50 bags here.
Yeah.
60. And we did how many a couple weeks ago? 24?
24.
Yeah, we got a lot of corn. There's a bunch more out there too. We might have to do this again.
If you need some corn, contact us. We'll be happy to hook you up.
Don't contact us for corn. Go buy some locally.
It's time consuming. So imagine cooking it
there's
all
gonna
on
be
the cob and then having to put it
There's
in
going to be
the
over
basket,
50
all that extra.
bags by the time we're done. One more batch still cooking. Those are still cooling, but I'm done, so I think I'm going home. All right, well, that was fun, I guess. It's really not that bad, especially when you got people. It just gets sticky a little bit. That's why we put the throwaway tablecloths on the table and do most of it outside. So anyway, I'm heading home. We're going to shut stuff off here and close it up, get in the truck, go home. Big thank you to Scott, my brother-in-law, for the airplane ride that you guys saw earlier in this video. Man, that was awesome. What a great weekend we had. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what's going on tomorrow yet. It didn't really rain today here, so I did look at a few fields of beans, and we need to spray, so I might try and do that first thing in the morning. We'll kind of watch the weather. Brock will be back tomorrow as well, I think. And I don't know. There's stuff going on. Whatever. See you guys tomorrow.